Yeah.
Bellingham with Bellingham.
Ready to go. Ready to go. I am here as your MC and flowcilitator today. I am so excited to be doing announcements periodically throughout the day. They will come in all sorts of flavors. Some of the flavors may be, can we give another round of applause for Brascadia? Another flavor might be Renee and Noah. Y'all dropped your IDs and they are over at the Indivisible booth. Other fun things that I might get to talk about today include thank you to the City of Bellingham and the Bellingham Police Department for creating the conditions for us to exercise our First Amendment rights. I would love to take a moment of privilege because anytime you give me a microphone, I'm going to talk about a few things. The first thing I want to do is I want to tell you who I am. My name is Su-Ling Zhao. I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister. And that is who I am first. I am a person who lives in this community. I've been here, I was born and raised out in Ferndale. K through 12 Meridian. Go Trojans? No? Okay. I heard like 3 in the back. I am here because we are existing in really fraught times. I have had the honor of organizing events here in this park and remembering the history of where we are physically. I am also an artist. I have performed really dumb things on this stage right here. I am a recovering awkward person with a microphone, and I'm working through that in front of all of you. I am someone who defines power as the ability to shape reality for yourself and for others. And that can be a scary thing. Right? Like right now, we are watching someone wield power to shape the reality that we are existing in, and we don't like it. Right? I would also love to say this, that power is organized people and organized money. I'm going to say that again. Power is organized people and organized money. Let's do this one more time together. Power is what? Organized people and organized money. And that's what we're here to do today. We are here as organized people to figure out what we do in the conditions that we are organizing in. I see a lot of frogs in this space. And when I think about frogs, I think about a line from Twelfth Night, the Shakespeare play, that some people are born great and some have greatness thrust upon them, and I would also like to add some people thrust their inflatable greatness upon ice. And we are here to deeply appreciate those things, that joy, that critical joy and optimism and hope that defeats narratives that this movement is anti-patriotic. One of the most patriotic things we can do is hold our government accountable to the promise of what democracy can be. One of the most patriotic things we can do is look at the world around us and ask ourselves, how do we become the ancestors that the next generation can be proud of? How do we move forward as better ancestors? And sometimes it means showing up in inflatable costumes. I love me a T-Rex. I love me a giraffe. I love me a rubber chicken, and I see an axolotl coming down the street and I'm like, this is the best day of my life. I also think that sometimes we need to set smart and realistic goals. right? I woke up this morning and I said to myself, can I do one thing today on this day of collective action that makes it so Stephen Miller wakes up in the morning not feeling so optimistic tomorrow?
Yeah.
You know, it's measurable, it's a SMART goal, right? We know, it's clear. What can we do today that makes Stephen Miller not wake up an optimist tomorrow? And I hope you hold that in your hearts for the next several years, and that everything we do makes it so that man does not wake up optimistic tomorrow. I would love it if you went to bed a pessimist tonight. And I hope that all of us feel that, because we know that power is what? Organized people and organized money. And here we are, organized today, and before we get into the program, I would love to invite Taylor to give our land acknowledgement.
Hi, y'all. I fucking love this town. I was running through just saying that out loud. But yeah, I'd like to start out by acknowledging that this beautiful place that we call home is the ancestral and stolen territories of the Nooksack and Luktemish, or Lummi peoples, the first inhabitants of this land who still reside here today. Despite systematic erasure, they continue to honor and bring to light their ancient heritage and traditions, and we offer gratitude for their enduring care of the lands that they share with us. We cannot understand our country unless we understand that it begins with the massacre of and theft from Indigenous peoples. It's not enough to acknowledge that this land is theirs. It's our responsibility to educate ourselves on the role our ancestors may have played in history and to share our ugly story in hopes that we can learn from it. It is our responsibility to honor and nurture our relationship with our Coast Salish neighbors. It is our responsibility to shoulder our commitment to their homelands where we all reside today. It's our responsibility to elevate and learn from the vibrant culture and traditions of the Nooksack and Luktemish peoples. Go to the Nooksack and Lummi tribal websites and learn about the history of these nations, their current struggles and achievements, as well as community events.
Thank you so much, Taylor. More housekeeping things, right? We are here, we are gathered, we are exercising our First Amendment rights, and there are people in this space with us holding the container so we can be here. Holding the container well so we can be safe, holding the container well so that way we can move authentically together. And I would love to invite Robin Thomas from Indivisible Bellingham to share about the peacekeeping.
Hello, everyone. I am Robin Thomas, and we have been training and gathering volunteer peacekeepers. We have med tents on both the north and the south corners, and we want to help you have the biggest, the safest, the most nonviolent gathering ever in Bellingham. We have the support of City of Bellingham. We'd like to thank them one more time for protecting our First Amendment rights. But us peacekeepers aren't going to create safety today. You all are. We are going to take care of each other like we do every day in Bellingham. We're going to know our neighbors. We're going to get to know each other. And right now, we're going to take a trip back in time, and I'd like you to turn to and shake 5 people's hands, and I want you to say, "We are in this together, and I am here for you." I know you all love this. All right, so those are your people right now in this moment. Today, we are participating in this non-violent movement. If somebody near you tries to provoke you or uses violence, don't engage with them. If you need help, kind of help, like a medical injury, I want us all to just use our common sense, but also you can raise your hand if you need some help from somebody, and a peacekeeper or someone that's watching out for us is going to come help you. If you really need help, it's a little more urgent, then you can frantically wave your hand, and that'll really get somebody's attention. And if somebody really collapses, call 911. Let's go right to the source. They'll be here to help us out. If there's any actual violence, I just want to say some of you have been hearing on the interwebs people telling us to sit down or what to do. And Bellingham, if there's something that breaks out here today, what I want you to do is do a little crouch. I want you to get away from people that are doing something violent. And that's going to be our solution. So we want sight lines to anything bad happening out there. And finally, if you can help people get through pathways. So there's a black paved pathway that cuts across the site. There's one coming down from the museum. If y'all could cooperate to help move people through there so they can get around. And I hope you all have a great rally. Together we say, no kings.
Can we give another big round of applause for all the people holding this space and keeping us safe? All right, friends, I just want to feel the space with all of you. I just saw that beautiful interactive moment, and I love making the world feel a little bit smaller. Can I have everyone just do this gesture with me? Across the chest, snap your fingers. Right here. Keep it going. Take a moment and hear each other. Yes. Yes. We are in this together. No kings? No kings. No kings. Yes. Here we are. We are organized people. All right. I'm going to have these snaps become some big claps, right? Because our next speaker is Representative Alex Rammel from the 40th District. He's been running for, before he was running for office, he was a climate justice organizer. He's also our majority caucus whip for the House Democrats in Olympia. He is representing our community and doing a damn fine job of it.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, friends. Friends, I'm here today because of you. I'm here because I believe that it's critical that those of us who value diversity, equity, and inclusion speak out. That those of us who see the contributions of immigrants and migrants in our community and our country speak out. That those who believe that Black Lives Matter speak out. That those who believe in science, in women's right to choose, and in the urgent need to transition to clean, renewable energy, speak out. That those who believe that everyone deserves a good job with fair pay and dignity, speak out. Friends, history is being made by us today. The eyes of the future are on us. All of us who believe in justice, freedom, equality, and democracy need to speak up, stand up, and act. But if I'm being real, friends, it feels a whole lot more risky right now to speak up, doesn't it? Yes. A lot of people are keeping their heads down these days. There are real risks for speaking out, especially if you're doing it alone. Authoritarians throughout the world have a playbook, a set of strategies and tactics, and Trump is doing what authoritarians do. Instill fear, squash dissent, encourage cynicism and nihilism, and quell free speech. They want us to be afraid and to self-censor. That's not going to work on us. There is risks to speaking out, but it's a risk I want to take because of all of you. I know that when we stand together, we will not lose. I knew you were going to be here today. I knew you would show up. I knew that you might be afraid too, and that you were going to act anyway. That's courage. That's the best of America. You being here gives me and everyone else here the courage to speak the truth. You showed up. We're here. We're here for our family, for our friends, for our neighbors, for our community, our country, and our future. That's solidarity, and this is the first step in turning the tide. Being here and speaking up. Friends, America is at the crossroads. The rule of law is under attack. Freedom is under attack, and everybody can see it. But we don't know how to respond. We don't all know how to respond. And I'm talking with folks the last few months, you'd hear these same themes over and over again. What the heck is Trump doing now? How is this even legal? And what can we do about it? For me, that's like 25 conversations a week and most of my internal monologue. Friends, I will start with the bad news. Trump has a plan. He may look erratic and chaotic, but the people around him are plotting and methodical. They are following a playbook from other countries that have slipped from democracy into authoritarianism. It's textbook. But here's the good news. We know their plan. And Sun Tzu says that if you know your enemy and you know yourself, you have nothing to fear. And we know that an informed and organized movement based on nonviolent resistance and non-cooperation can and will stop democratic backsliding. In countries that have seen our democratic values and institutions eroded just like we're seeing here now, the deciding factor is consistently the existence of an organized movement that sees itself as standing for democracy. An organized movement that sees itself standing for democracy. So we all came here for many different reasons today. For racial justice, to stand with immigrant communities, to stand up for trans youth, environmental activism, labor solidarity, reproductive health care. I'm going to ask you to take a step further. I'm asking you to start identifying as part of the team working for democracy. So what does it mean to be on Team Democracy? Just like the authoritarians have a playbook, we've got a playbook too. And for every one of their moves, we know how to counter it. They want to divide and dominate. So we're going to work together and we're going to build the big tent. They want to wear us down. So we're going to care for each other. We're going to build resilience and support systems. They will sow confusion and distraction. Does that one sound familiar? Yeah. So we're going to build unity and focus. Our actions are going to be driven by our values and principles, not reactions. I don't care what he just said on Twitter. They're going to use threats to maximize obedience in advance. No, we're not cooperating. We will plan ahead and make their repression backfire and cultivate courage. And then they're going to try and provoke violence. They will try to provoke violence. And we will not take the bait. We're going to remain nonviolent. More than that, we're going to remain joyful. Take a look at the levity that's happening in Portland's response to repression right now. It's powerful, it's inspiring, and it's effective. And finally, they want to grow their power incrementally in baby steps that erode resistance and erode norms. So we're going to build a movement that has a capacity for rapid mobilization so that when we draw red lines, we can show up together if they're crossed. Think about how powerful it was, that first Muslim ban, and there were these spontaneous protests at airports across the country. If we can do that over and over at scale, we will stop them. So what do you think? Should we do that? All right, here's the next steps. Mobilize, we're already doing that, right? Protests are important. Protests make resistance visible. Thank you for being here. Keep showing up at every protest that you can. Beyond that, we got to organize. The more of us that are organizing, the more power we build, the more power we have for the next mobilization. We can do a lot as individuals. Every one of you is amazing. We can do so much more together. That is my number one ask for you today. Let's get organized. And then once we're organized, we're ready to scale up nonviolent non-cooperation. The soft underbelly of authoritarianism, their dirty secret, is that they need most of us to go along with it and do willingly what they do not have the power to make us do. They need us to go along with it, and I say no. Think about Jimmy Kimmel's firing. It's an organically occurring red line, and we just wouldn't let them cross it. So one weekend, we all canceled our Hulu and Disney subscriptions, and it worked. It sent a message, it built power, and damn, it felt good to win, didn't it? We need to do a lot more like that. Focused, strategic, power-building, nonviolent, refusing to cooperate, refusing to go along with it.
Boycott!
And boycott, exactly. And as we grow our power, practice using it, practice winning, we're going to be offering America an alternative. Washington State, this community, our state, has a chance to model the alternative and be a beacon for democracy. Yeah! And if we can follow these steps, this growing movement has the power to stop rising authoritarianism, to reverse it, to rebuild democracy so that it works for 100% of Americans and 100% of humanity. The power that we need to win comes from a large number of people taking small but consistent strategic actions. Imagine if everybody here today, I can't even see how many people are here today. Imagine if everyone who's here spent 1 hour a week, 1 hour showing solidarity, 1 hour providing mutual aid, 1 hour doing what you can. Contribute your time, your attention, your money, and your effort. There are so many things that you can do with that hour. Folks over at the Troublemaker tent have a list of 10 things you can do today. Later in the program, there's going to be an action train with lots of suggestions. We're given specific things that you can do today and in the coming weeks with local organizations that are here today to help build this movement. Here's one big one tomorrow. Let's go get out the vote in Bellingham. The remedy for bad politicians is more people voting and getting other people to vote. So we can flex our muscles. Tomorrow, it's called Door Bellingham. It is the biggest GOTV effort in our region. It starts at 10 o'clock at the Hotel Leo. Let's win local elections for our county council candidates. You can sign up. You can get all the information needed over here at the Whatcom Democrats tent. Friends, there is big work in front of us, and there's a lot of shoulders that can lean into it. So my question today is, what are you willing to do?
Everything necessary.
Love it. Will you commit 1 hour a week to working for team democracy? You pick the action. You pick the work, but plug into our democracy movement and be part of the team. What do you say? Are you up for it? If you're able, will you raise your hand? Raise your hand if you'll commit 1 hour a week on average every week to working for team democracy. You're amazing. This is gorgeous. Keep your hands up for 1 second and look around. Look at all of the people around you that are committed to this movement to make real change in the world. We need power. See all those hands? Those are your friends. Those are your neighbors. We are that power. Our commitment and promises. They're promises to me. They're also promises to each other. We're in this together. Every one of those hours is going to make a difference. These are the people who will have your back. None of us wants the fight in front of us. But it's here, and we are ready. There is no community, no other group of people I'd rather be in it with than with all of you. Thank you.
The people united will never be defeated. How many of us felt that in our hearts? There are more than 2,500 protests around the country today. So we are not alone, Bellingham. However, I would like to say that our protest has something none of those other protests have. Robert Saracen Blake. This man has been writing and performing for 30 years here in Bellingham. He's released 13 albums of original songs. He hangs out in Ireland a lot. And I am lucky enough to say that this man 13 years ago sang at my wedding. And I am so excited to be introducing my friend, Robert.
Are you ready to sing together? We'll start with the chorus. You're gonna sing, "There are no kings in America. There are no kings. There are no kings. There are no kings in America." Second half of the chorus, "There are no kings, let freedom reign. There are no kings, let freedom reign. There are no kings in America." Let's put it together now. There are no kings, there are no kings, there are no kings in America. There are no kings, let freedom ring. There are no kings in America. All revere his lantern near, held the light through the night. We the people made a roar, begone you royals from the shore. Here we go! There are no kings, there are no kings, there are no kings in America. There are no kings, let freedom ring. There are no kings in America. We have no crown, it's not passed down. Power springs from the ground. From sea to sea, we heed the dream. The cracked bell tolls for liberty. And you're gonna get a little bit louder, and you're gonna get a little bit louder now when we sing. There are no kings. A little bit louder, a little bit louder now. There are no kings, let freedom ring. There are no kings in America. Immigrant, refugee, Purple Mountain majesty. The eagle soars on winds that roar. The choir rings, we don't serve kings. Here we go! Oh, there are no kings. There are no kings. There are no kings in America. A little bit louder, little bit louder, let's do it together now. There are no kings, let freedom ring. There are no kings in America. A little bit louder now, a little bit louder. There are no kings, there are no kings, there are no kings. Yeah! There are no kings, let freedom ring. There are no kings in America. A little bit louder, I'm going to drop out and we're going to feel the power of each other. We're here for each other, not for me. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are no kings, there are no kings, there are no kings in America. A little bit louder! There are no kings, there are no kings in America.
No kings. No kings. No kings.
No kings.
Yas queens? Thank you so much, Robert. I am so excited about our next section. Why? Because our good friend Alex already told us about this. Today we are protesting to make visible the power of the people. We're coming to protest as an act of courage. This hour of protest is only part of the movement. Why? Because power is what? Organized people and organized money. Power is what? Organize people and organize money. When we organize our people towards action, that 1 hour a day, that is something. When we say we are going to boycott something, we are organizing our money. When we are saying we're going to go donate what we can regularly to some amazing organizations that are doing critical work in our community, that is organizing our money. We all need to begin a practice of non-cooperation in our daily lives. The power of resistance is incredible. We can all become organizers. We can join an organization. And today, so many organizations are here to connect with all of us. And to lead us through that action train, we're going to start things off with Indivisible Bellingham. Please join me, Christiana.
Hello, thank you all for being here. I am Christiana, obviously, and I'm with Indivisible Bellingham, and I also found the LGBTQ plus community of Indivisible Bellingham as well, so very exciting. This is exactly where all of us are supposed to be, united in community, gathered by a desire to protect our freedom, our neighbors, and our democracy. Together, we are indivisible, but only if we choose to be. That desire to unite against harm is a flame that must be fed, because resistance is not just a moment of protest, it is a commitment. And I know that Indivisible Bellingham has made that commitment. We are growing our organization so that more of you can plug in to actions that matter to you and to your communities, so that you can be the kindling that feeds the flame of resistance. Our way of feeding the flame is by strengthening the structure that holds us together through our operations teams. And we need more of you to help keep our neighbors informed, create new actions for others to take, develop rallies, and help our movement grow. We also need more people helping us amplify the voices and the needs of our immigrant, indigenous, and trans neighbors. We want to hear what is alive and breathing within you.